Thank you. You are staying with us once again. South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung says his administration is doing its utmost to secure a trade deal with the United States before a crucial deadline set by President Donald Trump. Speaking at a press conference marking his first month in office, Lee admitted the talks were difficult and said he could not confidently predict an agreement by the July deadline. Let's take a listen in to what he said.
최대 현안 중 하나인 한미 통상 협상 또한 국익 중심의 실용 외교의 원칙을 바탕으로 호혜적이고 상생 가능한 결과 도출에 최선을 다하고 있습니다.
The president said both sides have not yet clearly defined what they want from the deal, but stressed that Seoul's goal remains a genuinely mutually beneficial outcome. He added his government is working hard to avoid new country-specific levies that could impact key export sectors. South Korea is already facing sector levies on steel and cars and is now focused on a 25% tariff that has been temporarily suspended until the next week. Without a deal, that tariff will come into effect just after midnight in Washington on July the 9th. Seoul's Ministry of Industry and Trade has confirmed it is seeking an extension. Ross, how badly does South Korea, Seoul, need this deal? If this trade deal doesn't come through by the deadline, how much could it damage South Korea's economic and also political standing?
South Korea definitely very much wants a deal. They don't want the Liberation Day tariff rate applied to South Korea, made in South Korean goods that are shipped to the United States. It's a very important export market for Korean companies. Now, to be fair to President Lee, he's only been in office a month, and the preceding period really was consumed with South Korea internal politics and the aftermath of the impeachment and then the removal of former President Yoon. So to be fair to the new president, he's only been in office a month with a new team, and they've had to get up to speed on where the negotiations stand because the negotiations began before he took office. So he does deserve some of our sympathy. He's been thrust into a very difficult situation, but now he's had a month to understand where the two sides are, and it's probably up to him to make some concessions to the United States. He's going to have to make some concessions on market access for U.S. products to South Korea, which has been a long-running concern of U.S. trade negotiators across several presidential administrations. Then the other side of that, as you mentioned, there's the political relationship, or more specifically, the security relationship. South Korea's new President Lee has to worry about the time, and the time will come when President Trump says South Korea needs to pay more of the costs for the U.S. troops, the nearly 30,000 U.S. troops that are in South Korea and helping to defend South Korea from North Korea.
Ross Feingold, political risk analyst, thank you very much. Always a pleasure having you on the program and for your insight. We now move